Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Bashim Kodash, double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well. Salutations to the whole for elect, pushing his word and sincerity and truth on the four corners of the earth. Alright, and I'm going to start in Jeremiah 5 and 26. For among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait as he that setteth snares. They set a trap. They catch men. Alright, now this can be applied to so-called, pastors and preachers, all right, whether they be in the Baptist church, Catholic church, uh, you know, false teaching Israelites, all right. But this can also be attributed to these organizations, all right. Chiefly what I'm gonna talk about is Black Lives Matter, all right. But all these organizations that trap Jake, are you Israelites, you Negro, Latino, Native, Seminole Indian, into a mind state that is unprofitable. All right, like running up and down the street, stealing shit and setting shit on fire is going to stop the oppression of the Israelites. Like you gonna break enough shit, pardon my language, but you gonna break enough things where Esau is gonna say, all right, y'all, I'm gonna stop. You stole some Gucci, I'm gonna stop. It's stupid. All right, but these are the people that lay these snares and these traps. And why do they lay these snares and traps? To catch men for financial gain. All right, that's why they're doing it. All right, as a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. All right, because these so-called leaders are deceiving you and giving you all of this, all of these doctrines. But it's deceitful, man. All right, because it's just like, I don't know if it's the best analogy, but it's just like in business where, let's say you build a company and the company reaches a certain amount of gain and you sell it at its highest point. That's what these organizations do. They get the people gathered around them, and then they sell out or sell the ideal at its highest point. Just like that's why you can go into the mall and you see Black Lives Matter shirts. It's been merchandised. All right. Even though George Soros owns the name anyway, but the faces of the organization was like, Jake. All right. And they eventually ended up selling out because once you put a lot of money in front of an Israelite who has no, integrity on morals and principles that he or she, or he, ain't no woman standing on the morals and principles, but that he stands on, all right, it'll sell out, So that's why when you see like P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, we gonna boycott the Grammys. He doing that for a bag. In some way he trying to get to a bag by doing that. He don't care about that. The Jay-Z's, even the ones that you think is the quote-unquote righteous ones, the Kendrick Lamar's, the J. Cole's, they doing it for a bag, man. Because when you look at it, nothing ever changes. All the way back to the Black Panthers and all that civil rights shit. We've been talking the same shit since we've been in America. But more recently, going back to the 60s, like these organizations pop up, But they not usually, but all the time, they sell out. And it's just deceit. It's just to get the people riled up, you know. Therefore, they are become great and waxing rich. Now, this is the point I wanted to grab. All right, because when you look at all these cats that so-called radical political cats like Al Sharpton. He's supposed to be like the political guy to stand up for blacks and all that, so-called blacks and all that. But he has a show on MSNBC, so you have to be juiced in with them to even get that platform. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? They all doing it for the bread, man. Which I'm gonna get into the article about a Black Lives Matter chick. All right, Says they are waxing fat, they shine. Yeah, they overpass the deeds of the wicked. They judge not the cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper. And the right of the needy do they not judge? Because as soon as they start getting some bread, they don't care about the so-called struggle anymore. They don't care about it no more. Once they get a couple of dollars in their pocket. That's why Tamir Rice's mother, I can't remember the lady name, but she called out Tamika Mallory and them. Like, well, y'all making all this money. I'm still going through what I went through when they popped her son or shot her son. And when you look at the BS response to Tamika Mallory, well, I tried to reach out. No, you didn't. You getting that bread off the Black Lives Matter, and that's all it is. It's a money play. But you got Jake believing in that shit. Merchandise. Niggas think they righteous because they wearing a Black Lives Matter hat. You just a nut that's being played. Just like going back to Martin Luther King, what's the last thing he said? Man, I feel like I walked my people into a burning building. Nigga, you knew what you was doing. Alright? Even Malcolm X, when he was went to Mecca and came back, he started exposing the Nation of Islam. That's why they murked him. The Nation of Islam is the same shit. My man, Farrakhan, he being bred. Like this dude is some prophet, man. Hey, a Muslim reading out of the Bible, you nut. You got the whole Quran. You's a Muslim. You believe in the so-called prophet Muhammad, what you reading out of the Bible, man. That's how you know the people is just in a deep sleep. This stuff ain't even hard to see. You know? But it says, shall I not visit for these things, saith the Lord? Shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this? And the Lord talking about he gonna visit you sell out niggas, man. Just acting like you for the cause. I'm for the cause. Black Lives Matter. All this dumb shit, man. Black girl magic. All this goofy dumb shit, man. Pardon my language, but you know what it is. That's what it is. And the Most High is gonna visit you for these things, man. All right, because what y'all doing is y'all giving the Israelites false hope in something other than. I ain't gonna say that, but y'all giving the Israelites false hope because the only hope that the Israelites have is Yahweh Shem Yahweh. That's where the hope and the faith lies, or rest. But you got faith in economic empowerment. Man, Tulsa, Oklahoma shows you that, man. Black Wall Street, man. Let's buy businesses and shit. Why? When it's just gonna get destroyed. Niggas don't even own businesses in your own community that you want to stretch out and just get economic power, man. Come on, man. It's not gonna happen. It's Most High is not gonna allow it. It's not the place to prosper. But they sell you a prosperity doctrine. Going to the church, these black, quote unquote, black leaders, they sell you a prosperity doctrine. Look, y'all, this all we gotta do. Nigga, we done tried everything. The only thing that work is Yahweh Shem Yahweh, having faith in the Lord. All that other schemes and scams, man, ain't gonna work, man. Esau got this system sold up. We ain't beating them here. Any move you make, he got something. Any idea that that Jake think of, Esau has some paper, some documentation, or some unrighteous decree to stop it. Don't you realize their whole focus is us? They sit and think of what we may think of. But whatever. It says a wonderful and horrible thing is committed in the land. The prophets prophesy falsely. All right, now you can go back to the church with that, or even those who even know that they're Israelites, they prophesy falsely, cause some of them niggas is doing it for the bread. Israelite camps juiced in, getting paid. omitting certain things from the scriptures, chiefly the name. And you got other people that know that they Israelites, but walking around saying some other name. They talking about Esau can make it to the kingdom. Oh, you gonna be in the kingdom? You gonna be getting whooped down for 1,000 years. You ain't about to be in the kingdom owning a corner store. The prophets prophesy falsely, and the priests bear rule by their means. And my people love to have it so. And what will ye do in the end thereof? My people love to have it so, because they hate when you talk about the scriptures, but Black Lives Matter, whatever's trendy, for lack of a better word. Because Black Lives Matter, especially in the social media area, in the social media era, because all you got to do to be like a radical is hashtag something, coward, hashtag Black Lives Matter in your basement, in the living room. You ain't out in the streets. When I say I ain't in the streets, I don't mean on no carnal shit. I'm talking about in front of the people. All that shit is unprofitable. Every doctrine, whether it be the doctrine of being a radical in America, Israelite, knowing they're Israelite, but giving you any doctrine outside of the doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, or what the apostles and elders of Craig Millstone is teaching, that's unprofitable. And church is damn near unprofitable. Especially if you're an Israelite and you still go to church, you bugged out. They not even teaching you're an Israelite in there. You know you're an Israelite, but you still listening about Jesus Christ. So yeah, that's some bugged out shit. But let me get to the article. All right, and this go back to when it say they are waxing rich. They are waxing rich. They're fat. They shine. All right. All right. It says Black Lives Matter co-founder criticized for buying multiple mansions, resigns to focus on book and TV deals for the bread. Like I said in the Jeremiah 5, man. She resigned. Oh, I'm Black Lives Matter. I'm with it. But now you got a book deal and TV deals. And I think I ain't gonna take the video down if I say that. It's a lot here. Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation co-founder Patrice Khan Coolers is leaving after nearly 6 years in the top spot, but insists her departure has nothing to do with recent controversy over her real estate purchases. She's lying. She's a cold liar. Coolers, 37, announced on Thursday that she will be transitioning from her role at Black Lives Matter. I don't know what that G and F shit is, but Black Lives Matter, and focusing on a book and TV deal, according to the New York Post. I've created the infrastructure and the support and the necessary bones and foundation so that I can leave, she said. It feels like the time is right. So she been hustling. That ain't nothing but somebody saying, yeah, I got my bread up, now I can make this play. That's what that means. I've created the infrastructure and the support and the necessary bones and foundation. So when she talk about support, that's the people she gonna be selling books and TV shows to. This is a joke. Black Lives Matter confirmed Coolers will be transitioning from her role. At least you got to use the words. From her role. This is a nigga woman, of course. You know what I mean? And they saying, thank you, Patrice. What do you, for what? But all right. Black Lives Matter confirmed Coolers will be transitioning from her role on Friday, and that she named 2 senior executives to replace her. Among her achievements, the foundation listed establishing a PAC that has donated $746,000 to elect black liberation candidates, and donating almost $25 million to black-led organizations and black families around the country. including 3 million during the pandemic, which I don't believe because Trayvon Rice or Tamir Rice's mama wouldn't have said what she said if they was actually doing that. Earlier this year, property records showed that Coolers has purchased 4 mansions worth $3.2 million combined, including a 1.4 home in Topanga Canyon, a wealthy area of Los Angeles where only 1.4 of the population is black. So, you talk about this pardon me, you talk about this Black Lives Matter shit when you go out there and move with the Edomites. As soon as the nigga gets some money, you go move where Edomites at, man. Wow. Coolers insisted her departure has been in the works for some time. She been hustling and has nothing to do with controversy over her recent purchase of several multi-million-dollar homes for which she has been widely criticized. Where's she getting this money to buy this though? So she ate off the people. I mean, that was a rhetorical question, but she ate off the people. Because the people that you're so-called representing, they still live in the ghetto. Or they're lower middle class, like most of us are. You're poor, or you lower middle class. You barely got a damn enough to stay in a decent area. But you got a 1.4, what they said it was. Hold on, I'm gonna go back. Purchased 4 mansions worth $3.2 million combined on mansions, man. But you supposed to be for the people, man. Come on, man. What was I? Those were had nothing to do with. I'm gonna just start back up here. Coolidge insisted her departure has been in the works for some time and has nothing to do with the controversy over her recent purchase of several multi-million-dollar homes, for which she has been widely criticized, of course. All right, those were right-wing attacks that tried to discredit my character, and I don't operate off what the right thinks about me. See, this is a nigga woman, man. All right, this is an Israelite. This is a nigga woman, but Jake is so full of shit, man. That was the right wing that attacked me. Well, no, it's not. Anybody with a brain is going to attack you for that. You're getting rich off representing the poor. That's evil. Or so-called representing the poor. It's evil. But like the scriptures say in that Jeremiah 5, my people love to have it so. Y'all don't care. Y'all gonna donate something to Black Lives Matter in the next week. All right. It says left unaddressed was the criticism from Black Lives Matter chapters around the U.S., which have been complaining since December that the foundation has raised tens of millions of dollars in 2020, but doled out only crumbs to the grassroots, rank and file. So the people that's probably sincere, even though they doing some, they in an organization that's unprofitable, all right, spiritually unprofitable. They even saying something like, well, how we making $10 million and we made all this money, but we not getting no money. All right, because when it say the tens of December that the foundation has raised tens of millions of dollars, but though to the rank and file. All right, rank and file means like the employees. All right, the lower level Black Lives Matter cats. All right, but it says Coolers co-founded Black Lives Matter in 2013 along with activist Alicia Garza and Opal Tometi, which this was gonna fail from Jump Street because it's women leading it. Sorry for the feminists that's probably go try to strike this video. This was bound to fail. In the 2000, not only because of that, but because it's outside of the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. But in a 2015 interview, she described the trio as trained Marxists, super versed on sort of ideological theories. Before leaving, Coolers appointed as senior executives Makani Themba and Monifa Bandeli, Higher Ground Change Strategies. Themba's current employer describes her as a social justice innovator and pioneer in the field of change, communications, and narrative strategy. And that's wicked, all right? I just caught that. narrative strategy. That means you know how to change the narrative, which is to change the truth of a matter. It says Bendelli runs the daily operations at Time's Up Foundation, a project run by former Michelle Obama Chief of Staff Tina Chin. With smart, experienced, and committed people supporting the organization during this transition, I know that Black Lives Matter is in good hands, said Coolers. The foundation agenda remains the same: eradicate white supremacy and build life-affirming institutions. No, it's not, man. George Soros owns Black Lives Matter. So how are you going to eradicate white supremacy when a white supremacist owns your organization? It says support for Black Lives Matter movement skyrocketed in June last year following the death of George Floyd in Minnesota, in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Protests that erupted quickly turned into riots and spread across the U.S., attracting millions in donations to Black Lives Matter via the Democrats' fundraising platform, Act Blue. See, this is the thing. All right, as soon as something happens, they get more money. So if your business is to capitalize off like so-called Negroes getting killed in the street, you want so-called Negroes to get killed in the street. Why would they want it to stop? They're getting millions of dollars off of it. Chiefly Soros. This whole thing is a scam, man. And y'all fell for it, like they say, hook, line, and sinker. But while a recent survey showed a drastic decline in popular approval for Black Lives Matter, its ideology has been co-opted by the Biden administration, with the State Department instructing U.S. embassies around the world to fly the Black Lives Matter flag on the anniversary of George Floyd's death going forward. So this is a scam, man. All right, Black Lives Matter as a whole is a scam. All right, so going back to the scriptures, I didn't mean to make this video this long, but 28, 5 and 28, they are waxing fat, they shine. Yeah, they overpass the deeds of the wicked. They judge not the cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper, and the right of the needy do they not judge, because they too busy making money. All right, but I ain't gonna hold you. I just wanted to make that video. I hope it was edifying. With that, I'm gonna say shalom.